What is going on, ladies and gentlemen of the internet? This is Ryan Williams, and you are watching another feature presentation of the Southern Outlaw Street Stock Series live on Talking Dirt TV. Now, tonight we join you from the Kentucky Motor Speedway here, big mile-and-a-half track in beautiful Sparta, Kentucky. And we'll have to say before we really get going here, this one isn't going to be your normal programming here. Well, it is, but it isn't at the same time because I will not be my normal chipper self. I'm a little under the weather at the current moment, and it's affecting my voice here rather heavily, but we're still going on with the broadcast. Heck, I might mix in a couple of these drivers here and there and get them to come in here and talk to me during the race, but we are live, and we are qualifying currently here at the Kentucky Motor Speedway, watching Elliott Vining take his second lap here as he drops down to the bottom. Rutherford the quickest so far. Here with, I believe, 15, 16 cars signed in. I believe it's 15, the final count here for the SOAR Street Stocks. Vining lap number 2 off turn number 4. And he will end up on the bottom of the speedway here across the start-finish stripe. Elliott Vining, one-time winner this season, jumps all the way to the second spot. Now Dylan going to overtake him on lap number 2 of his own. Now Colton Martin, the only car left to take a time here. I believe David Gross out there as well as he rolls off pit road. So just a couple of cars here left to take qualifying. Andrew Rutherford the quickest, Dylan second, Vining third, Michael Hall fourth, and Christensen rounds out the top 5. So David Gross, the final qualifier, lap number 2, 11th quick there for David Gross. And I believe that one rounds out the field here as he is the final car across. 15 cars have taken a time. It's Andrew Rutherford, the quick time, 37.80. Pete Dillon second, 37.84. Elliott Vining third, 37.84 for him as well. Let's see if we can get an exact time here. No, we cannot. You got 3 guys there with 37.84s as Michael Hall has one as well. His will round up to a 5, though. Christensen 5th. Murphy 6th. Carter 7th. I believe Toller was 8th, and we're going to pull up those final qualifying rundown here. As again, it was Murphy 6th, Carter 7th, Toller 8th, Dylan Sale 9th, Colt Martin 10th, David Gross, Daniel Brown, Alec Bernard, Tyler McWhorter, Austin Baker round out the field here. And that will also be tonight's starting lineup. I believe Rutherford will have to drop to the tail after winning last week, which now, ladies and gentlemen, puts him atop of the point standings as we bring these up really quickly. Andrew Rutherford with 2 races left, including tonight, leads James Murphy by 2 points. Elliott Vining settled in 3rd. Colt Martin in 4th. And rounding out the top 5 right now, David Gross in car number 78. That is your current point standings as we get into tonight with 2 races remaining on the season for the Southern Outlaw Street Stock Series as we get set to take the track, I guess. Take the track here at the Kentucky Motor Speedway. As Rutherford qualifies on pole, he'll drop to the tail, so it looks like Elliott Vining will move up and start on the pole. Let's see here. It looks like Elliott's going to the tail as well, so I'm not exactly sure who the new pole man it'll be. I believe it'll be Reed. Yep, Reed Christensen to the point. Pete Dillon outside of him. Michael Hall, I believe David Gross will move up to the inside row number 2. So a lot of moving around here before we even get going. A lot of guys having EOLs from last week. I believe Vining, Alan Carter, Dylan Sale, and a couple more have them as well. As up front, pace car is off. Christensen and Dillon, row number 1, get set to bring us to the green flag to start round number 11 of 12 for the Southern Outlaw Auto Racing Association Street Stocks, and we're green flag racing here at the Kentucky Motor Speedway. As these guys race down the turns 1 and 2, it's going to be interesting to see which line prevails at the beginning of this race. I have all intentions of saying it will be the top because the bottom is going to be nice and slippery during the first few laps here. As already we see guys start to pair up in packs of 2. Christensen out all by his lonesome. Outside of him, Pete Dillon and Michael Hall look like they're about to link up on the top. Go back a little bit further as it looks like the 4 of Colton Martin was up on the top, goes right back down to the bottom. He'll join that big pack of cars with Sale in front of him and Danny Brown right behind him. Back up front, the 7 of Dillon still on the outside with Hall right behind him. Down low, it looks like David Gross has some help now in form of second place in points, James Murphy. Field works down the back straight on lap number 3. Christensen has led the whole way thus far. Dillon still right behind him on the top with Gross to the bottom. Gross has a little bit more help here as Murphy was able to give him a nice shot there in the middle of the corner. Michael Hall inches off of Pete Dillon here, trying to gather up another run to give him a shove. Now he's up under him as we head down into turns 1 and 2. Christensen going to go up high to block, but Gross is going to have the bottom and take the lead away from Reed Christensen in the 30. New leader, it's David Gross. As now Michael Hall goes down to the bottom. He knows where the money's being made at. He's going to jump down. He's going to go, looks like, inside of Murphy, 65. He's going to hit the binders just a little bit, pull back up behind Murphy, go to the middle of the racetrack, allow the door to be open there for Andrew Rutherford on the inside of him as we work lap number 4 here of 60 tonight at the Kentucky Motor Speedway. And put lap number 4 in the books, give it to David Gross. Everybody else behind him racing with a lot of respect right now as you see I believe that's the 12 of Dylan Sale. Change lanes up in front of the 25 of Alex Bernard. Dylan Sale started at the back here. He's made up, I believe, 1 spot so far. Elliott Vining's made up 3. Back up front, new leader, Reed Christensen. Again, as we take the cameras there, with David Gross still battling to the inside. It's neck and neck for the race lead. Excuse me there. That'll draw caution here on lap number 7. A multitude of cars involved. As we take a look back at the carnage. Going to hit that rewind button all the way back until we see exactly what happens. I believe here it's triggered by Dylan Sale. So we're going to watch him race down into turn number 1. You see the 28 machine get up underneath him. That's Austin Baker. Baker going to spin the 12. And then I believe everybody else catches up with it here too. Let's see who else is involved. Baker, obviously, and Sale. Ooh, yeah, Vining gets a hard shot there. The nose piece comes off of his machine. And then from there, 21 of McWhirter, 9 of Toller involved. And I believe that's about everybody else here, as that will bring caution on lap number 7 here of 60 at the Kentucky Motor Speedway. You saw 3 cars down in the pits there. Vining, Baker, and McWhirter getting some damage repaired. As we're going to come around, I believe we'll get the 1 to go to green next time. We've been pacing here for just a couple of laps as Baker rejoins the field on the track. As while we're working caution here, I'm going to step aside to get me some water real quick. And hopefully I don't miss anything, but you guys will see all the action here as we keep the cameras up front with race leader Reed Christensen. Looks like I'm back just in time as we get set for a restart here into lap number 10. Christensen, Gross on the front row, and Reed has already fired. We're back underway here at the Kentucky Motor Speedway when the Southern Outlaw Street Stocks racing down into turns 1 and 2 as Reed Christensen takes a nice little advantage over the rest of the field. Murphy now to the inside in the TDTV number 65. David Gross going to go to the outside. Rutherford right there on the inside. You've got first and second in points right now, positions number 2 and 4. As Murphy currently sits second, Andrew Rutherford right behind him, the points leader in car number 35. Racing really starting to fan out here as guys. We're 2 and 3 wide. You see Michael Hall down on the bottom of the racetrack trying to make something happen. He'll pull up right in behind Colton Martin. We continue to race down into what I believe is turns 3 and 4. And down the front straightaway we go once again. Let's pull up here the track map so you guys can see exactly where these guys are on the speedway. That line there, the tri-oval, is the start-finish line. The line on the big long straightaway is the halfway point of the track. Just a reference where these guys are on the speedway. Up front, Murphy, new leader. Now it's back to the 30 machine of Christensen as we continue to work lap number 13 there into turn number 3. A little contact between Pete Dillon and 33 of Danny Brown. Everybody able to keep it under him for now as we come down the start-finish stripe to complete lap number 13 into lap 14. Looked like Murphy was hung out to dry there for just a second before Michael Hall got back up behind him. As now James will go back side by side with current race leader Christensen. Across the start-finish stripe now 16 laps. Going to be in the books next time by as we work lap 16 here at the mile and a half Kentucky Motor Speedway. So your lead pack of cars right here as we take them back behind Dylan Sale. You've got Brian Toller and Elliott Vining. They were involved in that caution a little bit earlier. They're exiting turn number 2 as we speak. And then Tyler McWhorter, Austin Baker, the last 2 cars here, both are currently a lap down. Up front, Murphy battles back to the inside as he'll take the lead back from Christensen off of turn number 4 here. But will he lead the lap? Not cool. Actually, I'm not quite sure. That one's about as close as it gets. Murphy and Christensen live. They were swapping it back and forth, and now we go 3 wide with Andrew Rutherford out there on the top. He'll get hung out to dry, it looks like, as he's starting to lose some positioning here. Great for second in points, James Murphy. But it looks like Rutherford gonna get some help out there as Colt Martin jumps up to the outside. Solo leader back out front is Reed Christensen. They're 3 wide behind him. Just about like super speedway racing with these Southern Outlaw street stocks as Murphy changes lanes, gets off of David Gross's nose, leaves him out to dry in the middle, but picks him right back up here as Gross trying to hang right there with Murphy as Murphy takes a solo second place out behind Reed Christensen. And it's all a matter of when this outside line is going to catch up as Andrew Rutherford up on the top, picking up a ton of speed with Colt Martin in tow as we work down the back straightaway, pulling up to completing lap number 19 this time by as Rutherford hung out to dry now as he will drift way up the speedway as Colt Martin abandoned ship, goes back down low, and we're back to single file racing here at Kentucky. Looking like a good bit of swapping dance partners going on right now as Murphy abandoned ship on Gross. Gross was able to get up behind the 30 of Christensen, and meanwhile the 4 was able to get back down to the bottom where he pushes Murphy currently. Now Michael Hall going to jump up to the top of the track. 21 laps in the books, make it 22 next time by, as we're still 2 by 2 up front. But that inside line, a pack of cars there with just 2 on the outside for the time being. Martin going to attempt to leave Murphy out to dry on the bottom as the 78 and 35 have a run on the top. We're back to 3 wide racing for the lead. You got 3 cars on the bottom, 2 in the middle, 3 on the top right now with the rest of the field trying to pull in. Working lap number 23, going to complete it here at the line. I believe the leader is still Christensen by just a nose length. Murphy to the inside, Gross up to the outside. He's got 2 cars to push. Murphy's got a line of them behind him. And Christensen still making it happen with just 1 person giving him a shove. Big battle going on here up front still, as it looks like, oh, Rutherford and the three machine made contact there, trading a little bit of sheet metal on the front straightaway, as it looked like Rutherford was going to try and split it 3 wide right there, as he's still trying to do, to get around both of these guys, Murphy and Christensen, as James on the bottom has a shove from the 4 machine, as Colton Martin all out of sorts here down the back straightaway into turn number 3. What a save by Rutherford. I don't know if you guys caught that, but Andrew Rutherford with a heck of a save here. As James Murphy with some connection issues up front. That's going to put Andrew all the way to the back of the pack here. And that's going to make him have to work even harder for it as we come up just 3 laps shy of the halfway point of this race. Christensen, Murphy, they've been up front all night long. Colton Martin trying to look for a way around James Murphy. But Murphy says, you're going to push me or you're going to get loose right behind me. And that's exactly what Martin did. Another save for the 4 machine with Danny Brown in tow of him. Top side of the speedway coming back in as Murphy places an excellent run there on the bottom. He'll stay even with Christensen down the back straightaway. And now he's going to have help. Gross going to go down to the bottom of the speedway. He's going to push James up top. Alan Carter giving a shove to the number 30 machine. These guys playing real friendly with each other right now. Only a matter of time before the gloves come off here as we cross the halfway point, this time by 30 laps. Going to be in the books of 60 here at the Kentucky Motor Speedway as Alan Carter out of shape on the top. 3 machine going to pull it back even as that car got a little bit loose. He pulls it back straight down the back chute. Murphy on the bottom going to lose some ground here to the 30 machine up top, but pull it right back in turn number 3. He needs to finish a few positions ahead of that 35 to take the points lead into the final race. But right now, Rutherford making it tough as he's back into the top 6. 35 car on the outside there as he shoves the 4 machine of Martin. He's going to split it 3 wide into turn number 1. Very aggressive move there by Andrew Rutherford. Contact between he and the 3 machine of Carter. That's going to put Carter to the back of the pack there. Not sure what's going to be said about that move there as Andrew made it 3 wide when it was 2 wide. Still a great drive by Rutherford, however. He's come from the back to the front multiple times here as we complete lap number 32. This time, Murphy still on the bottom. He's now going to have help as Christensen goes down to pick him up. Top 5 right now, Christensen, Martin, Murphy, Rutherford, and Hall as they come by to complete lap number 32. Wow, caution flies, and it involves two big names of the series here. Michael Hall and Andrew Rutherford get together here on lap number 34 to bring out the yellow. And that's going to shake this race up quite a bit. Let's go back and look at this and see what all transpires. We head down into turns 1 and 2. Hall comes up the track just a little bit. There's contact right there. He gets down into Murphy and slides up into the 35, putting both drivers around and probably going to send both of them to the pits here for some damage repair. Andrew Rutherford may not know he's missing his entire front bumper off the front of the 35 machine. But that is a doozy there, because for Rutherford, you're leading the points, but only by 2 points over Murphy. So you need to have as good a run as possible here. So let's see what he decides to do. If he decides to come down, take that fast repair, he's definitely going to need something, because missing that much sheet metal, those cars are not going to drive as well as if they had all of it. I can promise you that. Guarantee it, as a matter of fact. Vining back down pit road for a fresh set of Goodyear Racing Eagles, amongst other damage repair, as the 35 of Rutherford follows in behind him. Michael Hall in damage repair as well for him. I believe Austin Baker done for the night, as that 28 car was involved in that first incident there, so he's still shown at the back of the pack here. As Rutherford comes in, let's see what he decides to do. Yep, quick repair for Andrew Rutherford, and he will retake the track. Vining here, still on the pit lane. Michael Hall still on pit lane as well, so those two electing not to take the fast repair here with 25 laps to go in tonight's feature. back to green flag racing we go. Sorry, guys, I can't talk as much as I normally do here. I'm dealing with a little bit of a sinus infection, so I'll let you guys listen to the sweet sounds of these high-horsepower machines as Reed Christensen leads us back down into turns 1 and 2 here at Kentucky. And we will race down the back straightaway 2 by 2 behind him. But Christensen, a good lead so far. He's led just about every lap. I believe the only other person who's gotten 1 or 2 was Murphy, as now James is going to go to the outside and try his luck at the top of Reed Christensen's machine. Murphy and Christensen side by side. Brown third, Sale fourth. Dillon rounds out the top 5. Those are the cars right up in their front pack. Now 20 laps to go as Christensen and Murphy battle for the lead out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway they go with 20 laps left. Dillon, Sale giving a push to the 65 of Murphy. And on the inside you've got Christensen, followed by the 33 of Danny Brown and the 7 of Pete Dillon. Looked like Reed tried to go up and block the top for a second. A little contact with Murphy sends him back down to the bottom, where he will stay put right in front of Danny Brown. As it looks like Murphy able to retake the lead and lead that lap. Who's down on the bottom of the speedway? I believe they were able to get back up before I could catch who it was. Let's see who's back in the top 10. Elliott Vining back into 9th. Andrew Rutherford back up to 7th here as we race with 18 laps to go. Top 5 right now. Alan Carter rounds it out. Dillon 4th. Sale 3rd. Christensen in 2nd. And James Murphy, your new race leader, in the middle of the speedway. Bad luck there. I believe that was Alan Carter that got up into the wall. As we look back up front, Murphy and Christensen back side by side, racing for the lead with 16 laps to go out of turn number 2. Christensen, the current leader, just by a nose length. Dillon pushing him. Sale still pushing Murphy. As it looks like, I believe Danny Brown has fallen all the way back to 7th now. He must have been that car that got down on the bottom there for a moment just a couple laps ago. As he's back up onto the speedways, he trails David Gross in the 78. Back to a 3-wide battle here. Murphy on the top with the 4 of Martin in tow. On the bottom, it's Pete Dillon. In the middle, it's Reed Christensen. 13 laps to go here at Kentucky. And it looks like the top's starting to go away as Murphy losing spots, but he's going to have a run to the outside here. Let's see if he's able to get around anybody. Doesn't look like it. As Dillon on the bottom there, not able to get a run on Christensen. Reed has pretty much been commanding during this entire race. Sale and Murphy trying to get hooked up once again as the 65 gives a shove to the 12. That's going to push James a little bit high here. He's going to recollect himself, regroup, and get back behind the number 12 machine. And now it looks like Dillon not able to get back down. So Murphy's going to pull in behind Christensen here and put Sale out to dry with just 12 laps to go. Yellow flag triggered as we were going to attempt to ride on there with Pete Dillon running in third. Let's see what happens here. I believe, oh, Lord, 3 machines involved, I see. Let's see what else. Let's pull it down here. Let's see if Rutherford's involved again. Yep, Andrew Rutherford involved. Colton Martin involved. Oh, boy. Hard hits for both of those. Then Alan Carter gets a piece. Elliott Vining catches a piece. Man, Elliott can't catch a break here tonight. As Colton Martin, heavy damage. The 3 of Carter, heavy damage as well. And that'll bring out our third caution of the night. As McWhirter able to make it through that one. But some heavy damage for multiple cars. Even David Gross involved there in the number 78, which brings out a caution here with just 10 laps to go, which proves to be a heartbreaker for Andrew Rutherford, the current leader in points, as barring, well, not really barring a miracle here. He definitely has enough time to get back up front. Definitely has enough time to get back up front and finish ahead, if not, one position behind Murphy to retain the points lead. But James has been good so far here tonight, and Andrew has as well, just caught the bad luck bug. These past 2 incidents, he's been involved in both of them. So is Alan Carter, his Elliott Vining in. I believe Elliott saved his fast repair, and good on him for doing so. Let's see if he'll get it. Yes, he will. He'll get it, and he'll get back out on the speedway. Carter will as well, so those two going to be in and out in a hurry. So will Colton Martin, while Rutherford is forced to sit in the pits to take some damage repairs. He took the fast repair on the last incident that he was involved in. Back up front, here's a rundown of your top 10 right now. Reed Christensen currently is your leader. James Murphy second. Dylan Sale third. P. Dillon fourth. Alex Bernard fifth. Danny Brown sixth. Brian Tyler seventh. David Gross, Colton Martin, and Elliott Vining will round out the top 10. Setting us up for a restart inside of 10 laps to go here at the Kentucky Motor Speedway. Set up for what could be the final restart here as the pace car going to dip down off turn number 4. Christensen going to lead us back to green. Murphy to his outside. Christensen lights the fire out of turn number 4. Green flag back in the air here in Kentucky. 7 laps to go this time by. Ooh, wow, what a move by James there. Going to get down to the bottom. He's going to take Dylan right along with him. 6 laps to go as we cross the start-finish stripe. So it's Murphy, Christensen battling for the lead. Sale and Dylan 3rd and 4th. Bernard rounds out the top 5 here as we race down the back straightaway with just 6 to go. Going to be 5 to go this time by. Where is Rutherford? He's back up to 9th already, so he's picking up some steam. Let's see how far he can get in these last 5 laps. Murphy and Christensen battle here with 4 laps remaining. Dylan. Oh, Pete was pushing James. He's going to shoot down to the bottom of the speedway. That's going to put him down in no man's land as he tries to fight his way back up behind the 65. Now fights his way beside the 65. The 7 of Pete Dillon making a late race charge here, trying to steal a win. Murphy hung out to dry in the middle of the speedway. Can he get any help as the 30 of Christensen will pull down in front of him? Looks like the 25 going to stay put behind the 7 as we're 3 wide for second. Christensen the leader. Oh, Murphy in the 12 touch. James going to save it. Oh, my. What a save by James Murphy. Oh, then he gets punted by the 78. Oh, wow. Oh, heck breaks loose. Everybody's around. Big caution here at Kentucky. Man, that was a heck of a save by James Murphy there. And then I believe it was the 78 of David Gross. Let's watch it here. There's the save. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, 78 gets hooked by the 4 machine, I believe. Let's go back one more time here and look at this from a different angle. Let's go to this angle here and see exactly what happens. Let's see. Looks like the 4... Well, what does happen here? No, there is no contact. Yeah, there is no contact with the 4 machine. He just gets up, rubs Murphy, and around goes James, which will put a definite damper on his night as he was up there battling for the lead with a heck of a save just a lap before. And there you see the TDTV number 65. We'll have to take it pit side as we set up for a green-white checkered restart here at the Kentucky Motor Speedway. This is slightly good news for that young man there in the 35, Andrew Rutherford. Not as good as it could be, though, as Murphy had saved his fast repair. And they will start right near each other, I believe one in front of the other on the outside line. Or actually, we might be single file, one or the other. But they will start 8th and 10th respectively, so we'll see what these last couple of laps have in store for those 2 young men there. And just going to go ahead and let everybody know we're not going to be doing top 3 interviews at the end of this one. My voice, honestly, probably can't take it. I'm trying to get over this little bit of a cold here before this weekend at Sumter. So we're gonna finish out the race here, and then we are gonna cut the broadcast on your results there. I would love to get in with the top three, but honestly, guys, I just don't think that my voice can take it at this very moment. As up front, Christensen has led all but just a handful of laps here as Murphy got him a couple. It's Christensen, Dillon, Sale, Vining, and Brown, your top five. As I believe Light's still on the pace car, so we'll take at least one more pace lap around the Kentucky Motor Speedway. We are set up for a green-white checkered finish here at the Kentucky Motor Speedway. Reed Christensen and Pete Dillon, the new front row, is after that previous incident. Dillon Sale rides third. Elliott Vining will start fourth. Danny Brown will round out the top five. David Gross to his outside as we go into turn number 3 here before we take the green flag with just 2 laps remaining here tonight at the Kentucky Motor Speedway with the Southern Outlaw Auto Racing Street Stocks. Thank you all for joining us so far. Green flag on a fly. Christensen's on the loud pedal, and we're back underway. 3 laps to go here. A lot can happen in these laps. Let's see what happens here in the middle of the pack. They're starting to fan out. Vining going to be right in the middle. Bottom is Martin. Ooh, Vining pinballing back and forth between the 7 and the 4 machine. He's going to hold it. Good driving there by Elliott Vining. Has David Gross behind him. Behind these guys, Rutherford and Murphy working together. Oh, there's more contact. Another wreck. Pete Dillon around. That's going to draw caution once again, as we are going to see what happens with this one to extend this race out even further. They're battling down the straightaway, and there's contact there. We didn't quite catch it just yet. Let's try to watch that one one more time. Can't really tell. Looks like a racing deal there between Gross, who's now been involved in the last 2, and Pete Dillon. I believe this is his second incident of the night as well. So a little bit of a racing deal there to set us up for yet another green-white checker to a finish. I believe maybe 2 attempts left, maybe 3 attempts at a green-white checkered, I believe, for the series, something like that. So we will attempt it yet again here, working some more pace laps at the Kentucky Motor Speedway. You are watching the Southern Outlaw Street Stocks, brought to you by Outlaw Performance and the Talking Dirt Podcast, right here on TDTV. Set up for green, white, checkered attempt number 2 here. Pace car is off. Christensen will fire. And the green flag will come back out this time. Christensen, your leader. 2 laps to go as they cross the start-finish stripe. Dylan Sale going to charge out to a lead on the outside of the speedway. Colton Martin pushing him on the inside. Danny Brown shoving along to number 30. Towards the mid-pack, Andrew Rutherford and James Murphy side by side right now, 7th and 8th on the speedway. As we come around into turn number 3. 2 laps to go still. That's going to be white flag this time. Back up front, Christensen, your leader. Sail to his outside. It might be a drag race for the win here. 1 lap to go. Let's find out who takes it home at Kentucky. Where did Murphy come from? James splits the middle. Oh, Lord, that's not going to be good. That's going to be a big one. Oh, boy. That's a big one there, but we keep racing down the back straightaway. The 12 and the 30 machine are side by side. Into turn number 3, side by side for the race win. Who takes this one home? We are going to be neck and neck at the line. Christensen able to clear him. Sail back down to the inside. They're going to be side by side. Who takes it home? Reed Christensen will win at Kentucky. Man, oh man, Reed Christensen able to pull it home just barely and achieve his first season win with the Southern Outlaw Street Stocks here at the Kentucky Motor Speedway. 2nd goes home to Sale. 3rd goes home to David Gross. 4th to Danny Brown. 5th to Alex Bernard. 6th to Colt Martin. 7th to Pete Dillon. Tyler McWhorter, 8th. Andrew Rutherford, 9th. James Murphy rounds out the top 10. Elliott Vining rounds out the field here on the speedway. Christensen will come around and do a bit of a burnout on the front straightaway. And as Reed does his burnout, we're going to go ahead and thank you guys for tuning in with us here tonight as we pull up tonight's race results. Of course, Christensen, your winner. Sale 2nd, Gross 3rd, Brown 4th, Bernard rounds out the top 5. It's Colton Martin 6th, Pete Dillon 7th, Tyler McWhorter 8th, Andy Rutherford 9th, James Murphy 10th, Elliott Vining, the final car to finish on the speedway. Michael Hall, Brian Toller, Alan Carter, and Austin Baker, all DNFs on the night. But once again, race fans, Reed Christensen is your big winner here at the Kentucky Motor Speedway. Just 1 race left to go on the season, and the points battle couldn't be any tighter as there will be hardly any separation between Rutherford and Murphy as we head into the final race that takes place next Tuesday night at the Irwindale Speedway. Y'all stay tuned and be here for that one. But I've been Ryan Williams, and this has been another feature presentation of the Southern Outlaw Auto Racing Street Stocks live on Talkin' Dirt TV.